What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. The 1st of October. September is now behind us. We're going to look here this morning. Aerodrome Finance / the United States dollar daily chart. Coinbase will be where the price data is coming from here. We had looks like we had a red day yesterday, and we're slightly higher to start this October day off here for Aerodrome Finance. Currently, the price is up 4.65%. We have Bitcoin over there on the right hand side on the watch list, up just about a little higher than 1%. So we switched the chart back to the candles that are filled in with the color, and it looks like we have one candle that's fixed, that's properly colored in here red, and then we still have this one here from the 28th that's giving us some mixed signals. This is supposed to be a red bar, so let's see if it can fix itself like the rest of these are soon enough, but it's throwing some people off who are watching the videos. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Anyways, guys, welcome back. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, let's talk some Aerodrome. Let's talk about a new upper price target, overhead resistance, kind of what's going on here. So if you're new to the channel here, we currently have... This is a daily chart, by the way, and this is from Coinbase. We have a overhead resistance level. So we've had this massive move to the upside here in just now over 2 weeks. And our current levels of resistance. So on the 27th of September, we hit a high of 129.887. 129.887. The current levels of resistance I have on my chart are 128 even, and then 129.45. So that's this white line here represents the 128, and then just slightly above it, there's a blue dotted line that is the 129.45. So that's the levels we were watching as price, before it got there. We're saying, look, these levels could hold the price back if we look left on our chart. Right over here, the 128 acted as resistance back in May. So that would be a Monday, the 27th of May, 2024. Also, we had resistance there once again in early May of 2024. So it's not uncommon here to see a certain price level act as resistance multiple times and or support multiple times. So basically, once we have resistance at a certain level, and then the next day, which would be here on the 28th of September, so resistance came in on the 27th, the next day was the 28th, we printed a daily lower high. Basically, when the market does that, the market's telling us that we have overhead resistance, and until that's broken, that will mark the top. Okay, and that's what we've seen here. So what that tells me and how I look at the markets is when that takes place, I'm going to look for a sideways to a downward market, and then everything in between, choppy, etc. Until we take out the top tick of the resistance, which would be put in on the 27th. Up there at 129.887, that's our level, and that's our top for now, especially with the lower high. So we had an attempted breakout again here with a 128 resistance on the 29th of September, and then that obviously didn't hold. We had another lower high on the 30th, and then today so far another lower high. So the 129.45 is really doing a good job at holding the price down, holding the price back. If we go down to a 3-minute time frame, so the 3-minute time frame, I've talked about it in the past, is the time frame I use when I really want to get a close look at certain price levels, or if I'm going to be trading more actively. And if that's the case, that'll be on the micro futures contracts. But you can use it for, any symbol you'd like if you really just want to get a look at where price is moving. And here's a perfect example of the 128, 129 level. I mean, big rally here right up into that zone. And then, basically just puts its hand out and stops the price from going higher. Price has a reaction as it should, and you'll see that a lot often at these price levels. Again, attempted rally right to 128, puts its hand up and stops the price from going higher. So very interesting. That's the 3-minute time frame. I just wanted to show you that. All right, let's take a zoom in here again at what's going on. Get this back to where you guys can see it easily. So basically what this tells us is we have a top in the market right now between 129 and 128. And until that is broken, we have the top. We basically want to see or I should say what I'm looking for is I like to look for a uh, a higher low from the previous day. So today we have a higher low than yesterday. So to me that says, hey, get ready. We could see a rally today. Doesn't mean we're going to break out to the upside, although it could, but it gets me mentally prepared that, hey, the market's done for now, printing lower lows. We have a higher low, and let's get ready to look to the upside and prepare, mentally with orders, whatever that means to you, to me. Get ready for a rally. Doesn't mean it'll happen though, okay? So, for example, we had the lower high here on the 28th, and we also had a higher low. So you got a mixed bag of tricks there. Usually when that happens, I'll ignore it, but I won't ignore the lower high. The lower high is real important, but we also printed a higher low. So those days I kind of try to ignore, but still aware of them. The next day we did have a higher low and a higher high. Definitely not ignoring that day. As you can see, we did rally up to 128. Here's the next day here on the 30th. Lower high, lower low. Okay, price put in a lower high and a lower low. Get ready for some downward action, potentially. And then today, which would be the 1st of October, we have a daily higher low. No higher high yet. We'll see if we get it. But let's not ignore the higher low. We could see some sort of a rally today. That's how I look at the markets. So basically, right now, we're watching the 128 and the 129. Until that level is broken out, and it might not be. It might not be. It might mark the top. Time will tell. I hope not. I got a new upper price target we're going to talk about in just a moment. And of course, we're going to keep an eye on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin just rolls over from here and doesn't do anything exciting, there's a good chance we already saw the top end for this move. And, we'll go into some kind of a consolidation period before, potentially rallying again. Bitcoin does well, then of course, 128, 129, we're going to be breaking out past that, and we're going to be heading up to these targets up here. So far, this thing has been doing a fantastic job at holding its recent gains, consolidating. A little bit of volatility on this day, although it was an up day, the 27th. But so far, this pullback hasn't taken us back down very far. And if so, the 106.42 level is the level I'll be watching. Maybe you can watch it as well. That's $1.0642. We would be watching it as a level of support, as well as 104.829, 104.829. Also notice the high over here from the 18th of July is 105.9, which puts you right in this 104 to 106 area. So old level of resistance coming into play here as a level of support. 106.42, 104.829. That's if we pull back that far. If we do pull back that far, so far we haven't, from the current traded price, which is 185, that would put the price down roughly about 10%. So I think we'll see a pretty hard hit in Bitcoin if Aerodrome ends up being down 10%. But I think that's its first level of support if that takes place. And then, of course, we have plenty of levels way below that, 98, 224 being one here. Let's talk about a new upside target. We have a new upside target, which would be a solid breakout into some new recent highs. Of course, 128, 129, 132, 6, 136. These have all been there in the previous videos. The new level is 138.010. Let's take a zoom in here. 138.010. That is a new target right now. And hopefully we see it, which would mean we're breaking out above the 128, 129. Right up here, 138. It's in orange. That is a new target that I will be looking for if price starts to test again the 128, 129 level. That's right here in orange. It's 138.010. So let's say the $1.18. Sorry, that's where we're trading at right now. $1.18. And we rally from here all the way up to that new target. It's about a 15 call it a 15 to a 16% move to the upside to that new target as of now. And that would be a nice solid breakout above our most recent highs here, the 128, 129 level. And of course, guys, we have plenty of other targets, 150s, the 180s, and so on, way above the market. But it's one level at a time. And right now, the most important level is getting back above this 128, 129 resistance. Plenty of targets in between that and then the new 138.010 level, $1.38. About a 15 to a 16% move higher from where we're currently trading at, which is at $1.18. And then about a 15 or so percent move lower to the 106 potential support. Will Aerodrome break out into new all-time highs? I think no problem, as long as Bitcoin continues higher. If Bitcoin breaks into new all-time highs, we're going to see a crazy move here. And in my opinion, of course, definitely past all-time highs, especially if Bitcoin breaks all-time highs. And we have some pretty big targets for Bitcoin. So we'll see. Let's not ignore, guys. This thing has made a massive run in a short period of time. It's very normal to see a consolidation be taking place. So it's currently up from the breakout zone of right around 61, about 92, 93% in about 15, 16 days. So, I mean, that's nothing to turn your back to. That's very, very good return, especially if you're long from that area. Some people are long from a little bit lower down here in the 50 area. Very nice to see. Previous area of resistance also. This is 128 is a strong level of resistance, but so far this consolidation is holding very well. All right, real quick, let's get to Bitcoin and we'll wrap this video up, guys. BTC USD up 588. Bitcoin has taken back its three levels that it's broken out recently, which are 63,788 up to 64,375. This zone right in here. Be nice to get back above that. We ran out of steam here on the 29th, 8th, and 7th, and then took it all back on Monday. So we got some work to do. But let's not ignore that all of this is just a one big choppy with a downward bias consolidation here. And we are really looking for a big breakout here to the upside. That's what we want to see. And if that takes place, we're going to go on a big run, hopefully up to the, at least up to the 80, maybe up to even to the 96,000+. That's where our targets are. Guys, thanks for watching. If you're not yet subscribed, join us here on the channel. Aerodrome is up 4.5%. Bitcoin is up 0.9%. All links down below, of course, not financial advice. I'll catch you guys in the next one.